not happen, right? What? How we recognize ourselves. This thing.
How
To recognize self. It is just through the practices of vipassana.
No? The self-recognition, how to recognize the self is actually lot of concepts, beliefs, ideas which are covering the reality. When I say reality, underlying reality is called self, which is your own reality. Brahman is universal reality. So they are same. Self and Brahman are same. So now how do you uncover the self is through a process of inquiry, examine your experiences. Now the process of inquiry, you can do it yourself or you can do it under the guidance of a realized master. So what happens is that a person who is realized, in a sense, if he is realized, he will have now some of the blind spots gone. Some of the belief systems which are opaque to you are not there. Okay, so those he will be able to guide. The self-enquiry is the way for recognizing the underlying reality. Okay, some practices are there that's only to make the mind, rather I would say to get the mind into a silent mode. But just because somebody becomes silent doesn't mean that he will get realization. Right? Mind can be made silent through anesthesia, through coma, right? Or some couple of practices, vigorous yogic practices. They're all forcefully making the mind silent. That's called manolaya. So that won't take a long way. But awareness related practice like vipassana is more of an awareness related practice. You are actually trying to pay attention. So in the process of paying attention, you are trying to become free from the concepts. Self-enquiry is a method by which, self-enquiry is a process by which all aspects of life you are tracing back to the original I or reality by inquiring into the nature of experience. So that actually is what I call as purified intellect, buddhi, which is purified. So buddhi which is purified through the inquiry process. So this how does the purification take place? Normally buddhi will get, intellect will get input from the world. Okay, worldly logic I call it as, right? Worldly logic. So that worldly logic,
you have to go out from inside to outside by throwing it out.
Yeah, so there are two types of logic. Okay, one is called worldly logic and another is called consciousness-based logic, I'll say. Right? Or body-based logic and consciousness-based logic. Okay, so then I'll say body-based logic has lower logic and consciousness-based logic is higher logic, let's say. So there is a higher logic and lower logic. So now body-based logic is show me your left. Okay, then your left is always with reference to your body, relative, because your body is the center point and everything is left or right or up and down with reference to your body, and that's not universal because it is your left is not my left, right? Whereas consciousness, the moment you go to consciousness logic, where is left and what is right, right? So the left and right, the concept disappears. So everything, all truths have to be examined based on the consciousness as the underlying phenomena. So this is actually what we call as inquiry, directing the mind towards the consciousness using a higher logic. So gradually you will uncover all the belief systems, concepts which are blocking your intuitive experience of reality. So there's nothing called inside and outside in consciousness. Inside and outside applies to your body, body-based logic.
Once you put a reference, then the whole thing is done.
Once you put a reference, then everything becomes relative. And what is relative is not absolute. Okay, so from the challenge of a challenge of spirituality is move from the relative to absolute. Okay, so then you have to start from a relative framework, but you have to move to absolute. How do you do that? Is through what you call as a logic based on the consciousness. Now this logic is what we call a higher logic. So this can be guided under the guidance of a master, or you can apply it yourself. Finally, by yourself, you have to discover yourself.
So body logic is individualistic.
Yes.
And consciousness-based logic is universal.
Universal. So you are trying to uncover the universal.
Universality.
Huh?
The universality.
Uncover the universality. Okay, starting from your frame of reference, which is individual. Okay, so now this is what is called realization. Now this realization is not attaining something, it's uncovering something.